Police officer to the stand.
Officer Wright, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thanks. I will.
Officer, please describe the scene of the murder when you first arrived.
Well, I arrived and the landlady, Mrs. Brooks, showed me that the tray of breakfast she had left for the tenants and that everything had remained intact except for the knife. So I walked into the next room and there was the dead man in bed.
And what about the murder weapon?
The knife was near the bed and the knife was filled with blood.
Was there any apparent evidence to believe that there was mutual violence before the murder?
No, the man was just lying in bed without any other scrapes or inflictions, so he appeared to be unprepared for this action.
Okay, so let's move on to Tess and her arrest. Explain the scene of the arrest, please.
So I entered Stonehenge with 15 of my fellow men, and we approached a man who I assumed to be Tess's companion, and he immediately started to search for a weapon for self-defense. I stopped him in the midst of his action and said that the woman was wanted.
Did the woman resist arrest?
I was prepared for her to resist, but she did not. She clearly stated, "I am ready."
And she willingly gave herself up.
Yes, it was easier than I had planned.
Thank you. No further questions.
Next prosecution witness.
I'd like to call Angel Claire up to the stand. Mr. Claire, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Take the stand.
Had a nice trip in Brazil?
Hop back for this trial. Just enjoy myself in the tropics.
Out of everyone in this whole world, Angel Claire, who do you think loves you the most?
Did you repeat?
I'm sorry. Out of everyone in this world, who do you think loves you the most? Do you have any idea?
Of course, Tess loves me the most, as her dearest friends told me. They said, no, you're never going to find anyone in this world that is as dedicated or loves you as much as Tess, She obviously communicated that to them, so what can I say?
It said that to you?
They said that to me.
Okay. What is one of the reasons is there any specific reason, I should say, that you and Tess's relationship was unable to thrive?
Well, of course, after I found out that she had mothered a child with another man, I quickly asked, is this man still alive? And due to the fact that he is still alive, it feels unnatural to me to be with a woman when her natural husband is still living out there in the world. It just seems wrong to me.
So you would agree to the fact that if the husband had not been in the picture, things would have resulted differently?
Correct, yes.
I hear that in Brazil you fell ill. Is that true?
I fell ill. It's a shaky environment. It's hard to be out in that thunderstorm, tropics, mosquitoes.
And you didn't return home for treatment.
I'm not ready to return home yet. I didn't want to. I didn't feel comfortable back in England at the time.
So you stayed in the environment which was making you ill.
I was happier sick in Brazil than lovesick in England.
And would you agree that Tess loved you so much that she would do anything to be with you?
Well, just like Iz had said.
Objection, leading question.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So, would it be correct to assume that Tess would go to any lengths to be with you, including murdering the man who stood between you?
Yes.
Objection, leading question.
Rephrase your questions.
Rephrase both of those, because those are really
Please.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What else did I say?
We'll move on for those, because anyway I put them, they will be leading questions. I just thought I'd throw them out there anyway. Okay, here we go. Did Tess readily admit to you that she had killed...
Objection. We assert our client asserts marital privilege. You cannot discuss anything that Tess told Angel Claire in confidence.
I want to.
You can't, you're not allowed to go to
Test.
We can
It's
assert
against
it,
the law.
and we say no. According to Florida's, and
Okay, like we believe you. It's
But we're not in Florida, we're in
England.
but this is Florida law.
Yeah.
It's Florida and it's a Supreme Court issue.
Okay.
That was the research.
That was the
Thanks, guys.
research.
No, if
We
you
warned
do your
you.
research, I guess.
Order in the court. Counsel, will you proceed with the rest of your questions?
I will proceed with the question. Despite the fact that she had committed the sin, you readily accepted her and ran away with her. Tess?
Objection, leading question.
No, it's not a leading
question.
question.
Summary and question, yes, no answer, overruled.
Questions, yes, no questions do not count as leading questions.
The objection was overruled, not your
Yeah.
question.
No.
No, yeah.
You were wrong. Bob.
No, I know, I'm just saying in general.
It depends. It depends. Sometimes they are, sometimes
Okay.
not.
That
It was just a general
That was the summary of the question. I will
Yeah.
allow it.
Okay,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine. Okay. Would you not say that in the eyes of God, taking the life of a man is a far more serious crime than committing sexual acts out of wedlock?
I mean, I've grown up in a religious house, and of course, you know, there's different levels of sin, and of course, like killing a man is significantly worse than I would agree with having sexual relations outside of wedlock. Yeah.
And two more questions. Is it true that your family always wanted you to be a preacher like your father and two brothers?
That was their wish for me, but I had trouble achieving it.
And it's also, you know, Alec D'Urberville was a preacher,
Correct.
and he had great financial stability.
Yes.
And so that kind of sounds like the life you were supposed to have. Would you agree to that?
Leading question.
No, you can ask that
Is not allowed.
It's more than just a yes, no. I think you are ask her special questions that she has to answer. Okay?
So the life that your parents hoped that you would have would be a life where you were a preacher and you had great financial stability.
They would have wanted that for me, to follow in the steps of my older brothers, who were very successful.
And that's the life Alec D'Urberville had to everyone's knowledge.
Correct.
Okay. So that could be considered cause for malice against Alec. So you
Excuse
might
me,
be.
Counselor, would you just keep it to question and answer at this
Yeah.
point? Save for your closing remarks.
That's fine. I'm done. Thank you.